Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got another prize picks video for you. We're going to be talking about the NBA slate on January 25th. Rivals Week continues Thursday. We've got 7 games. We have 2 more Rivals games. We've got the Kings versus the Warriors, and we've got the Celtics versus the Heat. So should be good. We got Draymond Green back just in time to really make this Rivals game with the Kings interesting. Looked like they played pretty good getting Draymond back. And we know Draymond and Sabonis have a history, so should be another good matchup. Before we get into our plays, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code at the bottom of the screen. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. They're just going to double what you put on. So if you put on the full 100, you'll get 200 to play with. Just make sure you put the code in before you deposit, and they'll hook you up with that deal. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you want to jump on these plays early when we first get the videos out, you'll just want the notifications on because they do get bumped on us. They get removed sometimes even while we're filming or like soon after we drop the videos. And if you guys don't mind liking the video, you know by now that's the best way to support the channel. It's helping us grow at such a fast rate. Can't thank you guys enough. And it just puts us further up into the algorithm and gets us in front of a larger audience. So if you don't mind liking the video, we really appreciate it, guys. All right. So here are the plays we're going with for first look. I'm going to be taking Joel Embiid for his PA. I'm going to be going over 41.5 points and assists. I'm going to be taking Jamal Murray for over 3.5 rebounds. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm going to be taking Derek White for over 3.5 rebounds and KCP to go under 1.5 steals.
All right. Well, before we get into our recap from the previous slate and the breakdown for this slate, we want to tell you guys once again about Chalkboard. They're our official partner, and it's just another prop platform. If you're interested in kind of breaking out and diversifying the platforms you're using, this is a good one to have in your back pocket. They have bets as low as $1, and they actually give you the ability to adjust your lines to whatever you would like. Every now and again, they'll give you such a good line that they won't let you adjust it. But for the most part, just about every play, you can move it up or down. And obviously, if you move it up and make it a little bit more difficult of a line, they'll give you a higher payout. So with that in mind, you can make 100x slips off of like 4 or 5 man entries sometimes, just based on, how difficult. Like I was so close tonight. I was locking in. I guess it wouldn't have hit for me, but never mind. I was trying to lock in the Luka Doncic triple double because it was the Rivals game and stuff. And I remember thinking in the first quarter, I wish I would have been able to lock it in, but now I'm glad I didn't because coming out of the first quarter, it was looking like he was going to hit that. Anyways, guys, I got a little sidetracked there, but check out Chalkboard. Use code BACKDOOR, and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. It's iOS only right now, new platform. So they have Android coming soon, and then they have a desktop version coming soon as well. But yeah, if you're interested, there's a link in the description of the video. Go check it out. Cool. So let's get into the recap. So for the first look video, let's see. All right, so I had Grayson Allen over 2.5 3-pointers made, and he ended up cashing this for us. It's fun to watch. I obviously loved that game. Like, how about them Suns? You know what I mean? Like, they showed up on Rivals night. So I'm a happy camper over here. But Luka hooked us, unfortunately. We took him for over 17.5 rebounds and assists, and he got to 17 and then didn't get another one. So that was so close, but we missed on that one. How'd you do, Jordy?
Yeah, so in the you did the night video, right?
Yeah, for first look.
So in the first look one, I had a sweep on my end. I took Malik Beasley, old thug shake came through for us, baby. I took him for over 2.5 threes, and he went for just 3. He had 9 points, all threes. Exactly what I wanted. No more, no less. So that was perfect. We also took Bogdanovich. We took him for under 7.5 rebounds and assists, and he had 3. So we hit on that one as well.
Nice. So we missed the sweep by 1 rebound or assist from Luka.
Honestly, I blame that on him rolling his ankle. He was he was
Yeah.
torching before. Like I was real nervous for the Suns until he went out at that halftime. Yeah, I know you're probably gonna get some comments. There's a lot of
that was
Mavs fans in the comments coming at you, bro. They're
it was
sending
a
some
real
heaters.
shame Luka got himself
Yeah.
ripped.
Yeah, when that
Hate
happened,
to
we were
see
both
it.
like, yes.
No, but yeah, it was wild. Suns down by 16, and then freaking Booker, man, just
Dude.
took over. He was on one tonight.
Yeah,
I
he
was
was in
loving
troll
it.
mode too, man.
Yeah, he was trolling. All right. So anyways, so for the Daily Show, I had taken Brandon Miller over 24 PRA, and we first got this in the underdog video because this was the Daily Show. Yeah, so underdog we got it at 23.5, which was nice. But either way, he crushed it. He went for 33. That dude is looking so good.
Yeah,
like
he's gonna fill that role in, no problem.
Yeah, and these lines are not going to stay this low for very long. I think that they're going to see the writing on the wall. Like we've been lucky enough to see early before they did, but they're going to have to bump those up pretty quick here. Anyways, he cashed Kevin Durant. I took him for over 41.5 PRA, and he was, they were all over him, just like I had suspected, but he never got it going. He got a technical foul. There was text being thrown out in the first 4 minutes. I was loving it. I was like, this is what Rivals Night is all about. But yeah, it seemed, I mean, they were really being physical with him, and to the point where Nurk had to go and push little Grant Williams out of the way, who was trying to stand over KD. But anyways, I got to not go too hard at the Mavs because we love our Mavs viewers as well, our Mavs fans out there. But anyways, KD did not get this done. He only went for 29. It just, he got a rough start with all the physicality and the technical fouls, and never really got his shot going, even was missing free throws. So I think he was just kind of out of it, but thankfully Booker just took over. But how'd you do on the day show?
So I went 1 for 1. Surprisingly, I felt so good about one of my plays, but I took this Xavier Tillman. I was telling you guys, like, this was like my lock, I was calling it, and we rarely use that word, but
Yeah.
The writing was just on the wall for that one, and I took Xavier Tillman for under 7.5 rebounds. He only went for 4, and he got like 2 lucky rebounds in the second half that like even got him that close, or else he wouldn't have even sniffed this line. But I also took Brook Lopez for over 0.5 dunk. I thought this was a lock, man. He's done this in like the last 5 games, and he at least had 1. But tonight it was just such a Giannis night. It was Giannis had 8 dunks. Like, I think is what he ended with, and it was either 6 or 8.
Like
yeah, it was in that range. But I mean, it was just like one of the most impressive. Like, I don't know how you guard Giannis. Like, you just don't. You just pray he doesn't like put up 40 points on you, and you do your best fouling him and whatnot. But yeah, that guy is unstoppable. But Brook Lopez didn't get this done, so unfortunately I goosed that pick.
Yeah, man, I had that I was way too overextended on the Brook Lopez dunk because I felt the same way you did about it.
Yeah.
So I had you hate when you have that play where you realize you accidentally put it in like 90% of your slips, and you're like, oh no, like all of them. But anyways, we're going to try to avoid that for this slate. So let's get into these plays. I'm going to be taking Joel Embiid over 41 points and assists. I wrestled around with a lot of different props that I could take of his, and I'll show you guys here. The first one I was looking at was his first half points. So if you end up wanting to take this, we do have green all the way across, and the reason I ended up deciding not to is because I just don't like the anxiety of like I don't like putting myself in a box in the sense of like, if he misses this in the first half, my slips crashed, and then I just don't like the anxiety of the first half. So if you want to mess with that, go for it. But I want to give him the whole game to see how this plays out. I know he just came off of a 70-point game. I expect him to do well, but I ended up feeling most comfortable with his points and assists. So I didn't even just go points alone in the end. If we take a look at this over under. We got a 236.5 over under with the 76ers favored by 5. We don't have any Halliburton. I believe he's out for this game. And the matchup is like, it's like not bad on the assists, but points alone, they're 7th in points allowed. I still think he'll hit his points, but you know, like on his points alone at 36.5, the reason I faded it, yeah, he just went for 70. But the 2 games before that, he didn't even hit what we're aiming for here. And if we go head to head and see what he's done against Indiana, points alone, he's gone over it. But again, here, like on the November 12th, he only went for 37. We do have a different situation here with lineups. We've got Tobias Harris game time decision. I think he's probable to play. Anyways, if we go over to points assists, I just like the little bit of an extra cushion there. And this is head to head. He's gone over it 3 out of the last 5 times he's played the Pacers. And I just wanted that little bit of extra cushion. I guess I felt good because the matchup for assists allowed to centers is 18th. And he's had back-to-back games of 5 assists, but he's capable of throwing out 10. And I was looking at the rebounds, maybe points rebounds, but the bump on rebounds is like 11. Like he needs to get 11 rebounds minimum, which he can. He just went for 18, but he also has these games where he goes for like 7 here and there. You know, if you do look at his rebound history. Anyways, I don't have to break this down too much, but yeah, he mostly goes for 10. You can go with whatever play you're most comfortable with, but like I don't know. I just, something about the points assists was like sticking out to me. I think that mainly comes down to the matchup against the center position. So if they do focus on him, I think he'll still be able to get his points going, but I think maybe he will have to like dish it out to Maxey and whatnot. So go with your gut, take whichever one you like. Hopefully he just goes for another, 40, 50 point game and just cashes all of his props. But that's the one I'm rolling with, points and assists. And my next play, actually, let's hop over to Daily Grind real quick. On Daily Grind, they have the points and assists juice to go over. Nothing too crazy. 51.43% odds to hit the over, minus 125 on their odds indicator. And then a minus 120 or higher for anyone that has it at 41.5. So that's what I'm going to be rolling with. And my next play is going to be Jamal Murray over 3.5 rebounds. If we take a look at this over under, we have got a 223.5 over under. Nuggets favored by 1.5 points. I believe Hartenstein is questionable for this game. And the reason I wanted to jump on this play is his last 3 games, he's really been getting after it on the boards. 8 against Boston, 5 against Washington, which that's, nothing too impressive, but still he cleared the line. And then another game against Indiana where he went for 8 boards again. And I believe every time, if we go to head to head here, every time he's played in his career, I believe, in his career, he's gone over this against the Knicks. And we maybe don't have Isaiah Hartenstein. Last I checked, he's questionable. So he hasn't even been listed as probable yet. So game time decision. We'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna be rolling with that. It is a difficult matchup, 4th in rebounds allowed, but he has, like I said, gone over this 3 out of his last 5 games, and 2 of those games all the way up to 8. So I think that's just a low-hanging fruit, just 4 rebounds, just averaging 1 a quarter. I feel good about him being able to get that done. By the way, if you do want to check out Outlier, this app that I'm on right now, it's the best statistical app in the business, and they'll give you a 7-day free trial if you use the link in the description of our video. We've partnered up with them, so they're going to give all of our viewers just a little test run to see if you like it. We love it. I'm sure you will too. It's kind of hard not to use Outlier once you get used to it, because they offer, like I've just been doing, the head-to-head matchups with or without certain players, injury reports, like it's all just right there for you, and including odds and alternate lines, and they give you everything. So check it out. 7 days free trial. All right, so jumping over to Daily Grind. I forgot they did not. Let me try it one last time. They didn't have the rebounds on here yet. There it is. Cool. They have it juiced to the over. 52.08% odds to hit the over, minus 127. And we got a minus 120 or higher across the board on all the odds makers. So feeling good about that play. That's just, that's your typical first look play, 3.5. It'll probably be at 4 tomorrow. So those are the two I'm rolling with. What about you, Jordy?
Yeah, man. So to get into mine here, I feel pretty good about these two plays. So starting off this Derek White rebounds one, you can see over the last 5 games, he's only gone over this twice, but I'll show you why I like it. So, over the last 10, he's gone over this a lot more. The last 5 kind of doesn't tell the whole story, but he was cashing this a lot before this. It is a little bit of a tough matchup to shooting guards. They're ranked 19th, so not too bad. It's like middle of the road, and they're giving up 8 a game, so plenty for him to get this done. All the odds makers have this at like a minus 130 or higher. I'll get into that in a second. But if you look at the head-to-head in this, he's gone over this in 5 out of 12 games against Miami. But if you look at the minutes, he wasn't getting the minutes he is now back then. So, like 2 years ago, almost is when he was not putting up enough rebounds against them. Over the last couple games here, he's been getting way more minutes, and he's gone over this more. So I just like this play a lot. He's really been a great player this year, and we've taken his rebounds a lot. I mean, there was a time we were taking his rebounds and assists at like 9.5 every video, and it was hitting. So we just know what he's capable of, so I feel comfortable. I mean, he went for 11 rebounds against Houston. They're a very tough team to rebound against, and he went for 4 against Dallas. But I feel good. I'm staying with the Flames here and Derek White. If we look at this one, if we look at Derek White's rebounds here, they are juiced to go over at a 53.06% chance and a minus 133. That's DG's odds, and everyone has it at a minus 130 or higher. So I feel really good about this one to go over. I just think it's, like Russo said, a low-hanging fruit. So I'm going to be rolling the dice on Derek White for sure. And then this KCP under steals. I feel really good about this one. He's great when it comes to steals. Over the last 20 games, he's gone over this 9 times, so nothing too crazy, honestly. But you look at the head-to-head here, and he's never gone over this against New York in his career. So I really like this one to stay under here. And if you look at the matchup, they're ranked number 1 in steals allowed to shooting guards. So I just think it's a great play. So I'm taking the under on this one. You can see here he does get 2 steals a lot, but they're against teams who have a problem turning the ball over, and just the fact that he hasn't ever gone over this against them, I could be wrong on this one. Take it at your own risk. I'm not going to pull up DG on this one just because it's just kind of telling the same story. Everyone's got it at a minus 115, so they have it at like a 50% chance as well. So use your gut. I just think this is a really tough play to accomplish. It's just steals. So, even though he's good at stealing the ball, it's going to be tough against New York. They're pretty careful with the ball. So I like these 2 plays, and that's the 2 I'm rolling with, bro.
All right. Well, that's the 4 we got for first look, guys. We will definitely have more for the daily show tomorrow. We've got these rivals games to get in on. And if you want to check out the tools from Daily Grind, they are our favorite. They've been with us from the beginning of the channel, and they're hooking up all of our viewers with 25% off, which I prefer over the trial. Personally, I'd rather get the discount, but that's just me. But 25% off of any of their tools they offer. Just use code BACKDOOR, and they will hook you up for your first month with 25% off of the DFS optimizer, the correlation tool. They have a middling tool. They have a fantasy scores tool. Definitely go take a look, and if you decide to give it a try, make sure you throw the code in there, get the discount, get those savings. There's a link in the description of the video if you want to check that out. And if you want to check out our Discord, we have a really good community over there, and we've been cashing in there a lot. And it's not because we're like, I know some channels are like, well, you should be in our Discord and you would be cashing, but since you're not getting the best picks. We don't feel that way. We put our best picks out to you guys. It started with YouTube. It started with this community. This is what we go with. We just happen to get plays on the fly in there that sometimes we share. And also it's a community. So a lot of other players in there see the board differently. And the whole community is a resource in itself. So it just happens to be that a lot of people have been cashing in there lately. But whenever one of them does, it's usually like 4 or 5 of them did, because they share their copy and paste slip. So if you want to check it out, it's like, I think it's something like 50 or 60 cents a day is what it works out to over the course of a month. But just go to the server subscription section once you get in there and subscribe, and then it'll unlock all the channels for you. And another perk is we post all of these plays in Discord before we even start recording. So you get first opportunity to get these before they get bumped. Sometimes we have to change plays, but Discord was able to get them. But anyways, guys, the main thing about it is just a fun community. People are really chill in there, really positive vibes. We don't put up with anybody being ridiculous. So that's not our way. It's just like our channel. So yeah, guys, have a great Thursday, and enjoy another game on Rivals Week, and we will catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.